Good afternoon. I'm thrilled to be here today at the Shape the World Summit 2023. I believe that we are on the brink of a new era at the intersection of technology and sustainability. And I'm excited to bring a small vision of what that future could look like. But before I jump into blockchain and sustainability, allow me to share a short story. I have a good friend who is a staunch traditionalist in the world of finance. And he said to me, Kisu, I would rather rely on an abacus than ever use one of those blockchain things. Well, I asked him, how would you feel about using a blockchain if we could guarantee that your favorite cup of coffee was sustainably sourced every time? He paused, looked at his cup of coffee, and said, well, Kisu, when you put it that way, and that I believe is the power of blockchain. It really goes beyond everything in the news for many of the wrong reasons around cryptocurrencies, financial market trading, chasing the latest meme coins, but actually rather the technology is about creating a world where even very small actions, something as simple as drinking a cup of coffee, can actually make a contribution towards a sustainable future. Let's talk a little bit about that future. Imagine a world where every transaction, every exchange of goods or services are captured on a transparent, secure blockchain. It's really not just about buying and selling. Actually, it's about creating an environment of accountability, trust, and of course, sustainability. About a year ago, there was actually a really good report released from the Social Alpha Foundation and the United Nations Environment Program. This report highlighted and emphasized the potential of blockchain to really revolutionize the approach to sustainable energy and climate change mitigation, especially for lower income and middle income economies. I'll draw a couple examples and themes from that report. Let's start with the energy sector. Blockchain technology can actually facilitate peer-to-peer energy trading. This can really help optimize the use of renewable energy. An example would be if you had a solar panel on your roof. Blockchain technology could allow you to very simply and quickly sell some excess electricity to your neighbor, quickly, efficiently, in a decentralized way, with no middlemen involved. We can talk about the financial sector and the investment space. Blockchain technology can allow for the lowering of barriers to entry for investment opportunities through fractionalization, by lowering the cost of transactions. Even green and sustainability projects could find new financing from new sources, while at the same time allowing millions of new investors to actually invest in and actually be personally vested in some of the exciting things happening around the world. Let's also talk about carbon credits. Blockchain technology could actually make carbon credit data more reliable as well as more traceable. And the advantages of blockchain-based trading will lower barriers to entry and again, reduce transaction cost. This will improve liquidity as well as bring in many new participants into this very important ecosystem. Let's bring it a little closer to home, the shipping industry. The shipping industry is a major part of the economies here in Southeast Asia, with Malaysia, Singapore having very large, very busy ports, amongst the busiest in the world. Blockchain technology could actually dramatically improve the traceability as well as the efficiencies of shipping routes, which would reduce transit times, which would lower the requirements of fuel consumption and reduce emissions. I think this is an example where blockchain could really help make an industry be more sustainable. reduce environmental impact, while at the same time improving economic efficiencies. Now, some of these future ideas that I've discussed really aren't just dreams. I really believe that they are possibilities that are within reach. And I really think that Malaysia is well positioned to be a leader in this space. With its strong tech ecosystem and a firm commitment to sustainability, I really believe Malaysia could take a leading position as we move into this space. It has a robust regulatory platform, as well as having a young, tech-savvy workforce and an emerging digital infrastructure. It really does feel like Malaysia does have a great backdrop to provide the chance to experiment and then eventually implement some of these policies in real life. Now, of course, there are challenges. Implementing a broad blockchain-based system is highly complicated and requires very specialized knowledge in the areas of smart contract design, layer 1 protocol engineering, cryptography, tokenomics, and the list goes on. Also, the regulatory regime is quite challenging. There hasn't been a very harmonized approach to regulations of digital assets across jurisdictions in the world. Also, there are some blockchain systems that actually consume very large amounts of energy. But I believe actually these challenges are actually more opportunities for innovation. And I think if we all collaborate and we innovate, we can come up with more efficient blockchain systems. We can partner with governments to create more conducive regulatory frameworks. And we can also work to educate not just the workforce, but also the public about the advantages of blockchain and the importance of sustainability. So I'd like to present a quick challenge to everyone. In your own spheres of influence, your own industries, can you think of areas where the principles of accountability, transparency, of sustainability would improve lives, where you work, where you live? And it's fine to start small, like my abacus-loving friend and his small cup of coffee. I think really if we put our heads together, we can really think beyond the boundaries of what's achievable today and think about what can be achievable in the vision of the future that we can imagine together. Again, I'd like to remind us that blockchain is not a magic bullet. It's a technology and a tool, and like all tools, only as effective as the people who wield them. And that's why I believe conferences like this are essential. We need to come together, we need to collaborate, we need to learn from each other, challenge each other, discuss, debate, brainstorm, and really try to come up with the vision for a resilient and sustainable future, not just for ourselves, but for our children and future generations. In conclusion, I believe blockchain has immense potential for advancing sustainability in the region, particularly here in Southeast Asia. And I believe it's up to us to harness this technology to create a better future for everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,